Hi, hello. I thought I would just do a little video about this book, which I wrote, uh, and it came out in 2022, October 2022. It's, as you can see, called Flying Up the Edgware Road. I have mentioned it before in the past, but I thought it was just worth bringing it up again. It's the second book that I've published or had published. The first one I did was called London's Industrial Past, which was really just a collection of different areas of manufacturing London was involved in, mainly sort of manufacturing names that were familiar to people. So I had to cover quite a bit in a fairly short space. As you can see, this formatted book doesn't give you a heck of a lot to cover quite big subject areas. But this one was a more niche book, and it was, as you can say, covering the birth of Northwest London's aviation industry, as it says. And on the front cover there is a picture of the area we now know as Colindale. This is the A5 Edgware Road. This is Colindale Lane, and that building still exists as the Bisiakoff School, and this is approximately where Asda is now. All this area here where you've got fields, that's all been built over now. This picture was taken around 1919 by the Aircraft Manufacturing Company and their aerial photography division, which later became Aerofilms, which is a very great resource through the Britain from Above website. So it's books published by Amberley, who did my first book. And as you can see, we've got these different subject areas. And it was really to give an appraisal of how the aircraft industry impacted on Northwest London along the Edgware Road, because that's really the inspiration for doing the book, was the fact that there were aircraft factories along the Edgware Road from Kilburn up to Edgware. And the reason for the existence of these aircraft factories was effectively really the aerodrome at Hendon, which was originally called the London Aerodrome. So in this book, I can see basically I covered the sort of life before the aircraft industry and the aerodrome, talking about the early days of aviation, the sort of first pioneers, the aerodrome itself and how it started, and then aircraft, the constructors along the Edgware Road, as you can see. It covers really the period from the start of the 1900s through until just after the First World War. That's the main period of activity. But I've managed to get quite a number of, some of these photographs are taken by myself, but I managed to source quite a few nice archive images from people like Barnet Archives, Brent Archives, and other sources that I managed to find. So there's quite a lot of photographs in there that will help to illustrate the story that I'm telling. And it is quite a niche book, but if you're interested in industry in London, if you're interested in aviation, in the early days of aviation, and you want to know more about how the aircraft industry had an effect on the growth of Northwest London, then it's a good book to have a look at. So if you haven't already purchased it, do get a copy. It's available from all major sort of book platforms online. You can order it through bookshops. The RAF Museum usually has it stocked over at its London museum, and I think also up in the West Midlands, strangely enough. But yeah, it's fairly straightforward to get hold of. You can order it through people like Waterstones too, I'm sure. So just to show you the back cover, there you go. Some ladies there doping wings. If you want to know what that means, you can have a look in the book. But there we go. And the price, as you might have caught it there. So that was the opportunity really just to talk about the book in my own words. Whether or not I covered that succinctly or not, I don't know, but it was an off-the-cuff video, just an opportunity to talk about the book from myself. And I will probably do another video about my first book at a later stage. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.